Hi there everybody. Hey, maybe you're a brand new homeowner or maybe you're a longtime homeowner and you're wondering what kind of things you need to do to maintain your roof. Maybe even you just got a brand new roof on your house some time ago and you're wanting to know what should you do to help take care of it. So we're going to talk today about the 7 roof maintenance tips that all homeowners really should do. So I'm Tracy Bookman, owner of Homestead Roofing, and you may be a brand new homeowner, you may be a longtime homeowner, and there are things that you should know about that you're going to have to do to maintain your roof. Maybe it is that you just got a brand new roof, and that more than likely has come with a workmanship warranty. Could be anywhere from 1 year to 2 years, up to 7 years. Maybe it's even a lifetime workmanship warranty. However, there are going to be maintenance things that you as a homeowner will need to do so that way you don't void the warranty. It's very similar to other industries. For instance, like if you get brand new carpet installed, the carpet installer probably has requirements that you need to do so that you don't void the warranty, such as having your carpet professionally cleaned once a year. So getting a brand new roof is really no different, but even if you don't have a brand new roof and you own a home, there are these specific things that you need to do to take care of your roof. Now, all of these things aren't going to apply to everybody because not everybody has all the same accessories on their roof, but there are some basic things that are going to apply to everybody that you as a homeowner need to pay attention to. All right, well, let's go ahead and start with the things that will apply to every homeowner, because practically every home is going to have gutters, and a lot of times those gutters are in areas where they're going to collect leaves, debris, pine needles, all that kind of stuff. So one of the most important things that a homeowner has to do to help maintain his roof is to keep his gutters clear. Now, you can do that yourself. There are actually some really simple tools that you can buy to help you clean out your gutters on your own. Now, we actually do have a tool that I like. It's got a paddle on one end and a scoop on the other, and so that you can again put that on a telescoping pole, put your ladder up, and you can actually clear out about 12 to 15 feet of gutter just from having your ladder in one spot. But it is very important. You don't want your gutters to get all clogged up with leaves and debris, because what happens then is then your water doesn't have anywhere to go. It ends up just getting stalled in the gutter, can't make it to the downspout. So if you get a high volume of water from rain or from snow melt or something like that, that water can actually start to overflow the gutter, and it can also back up underneath the shingles and start to come down through either into the soffit or into your house. Very important to keep your gutters clean. Another thing that every homeowner is going to need to pay attention to is your pipe jacks. Now, a pipe jack is just simply a flashing that sits at the base of any pipe that comes up out of your roof. Most of the time it's for your sewer vent pipes. Your sewer vent pipes are those typically the PVC pipes that you're going to see sticking up out of your roof, and a lot of times the flashing at the base of it is like black rubber with a metal skirt underneath it. Well, what happens with those is that neoprene, especially here in Colorado, in our harsh Colorado environment, that starts to break down, and it actually doesn't take very long for that to start breaking down. Those things can start degrading after just a few years. So it really is important for a homeowner to keep an eye on those things, check those out. I would recommend that you take a look at those things once a year. 2 different things can happen. Those can actually start to break down and fall apart. And here's actually some photos of pipe jacks that we've seen on roofs that we took photos of, and you can see how degraded these things are. And all that's doing is just opening up a huge spot, or even sometimes just a small crack, for water to get down into your attic. The other thing that can happen with a pipe jack is over time that rubber can start to contract and pull away from the pipe. And like you can see on this pipe here, there's about 1.5 to 2 inches space between where the top of that rubber boot used to be and where it is now. And that boot is just loose on there. It's still doing the job of sealing, but at some point that's going to have to be replaced so that way water can't creep down in between the pipe and that boot. Item number 3 that everybody's going to need to pay attention to is exposed nail heads. Now you're going to have nails that are going to be visible at the bottom of pretty much every exposed flashing. So like at the bottom of your pipe jack, box vents, skylights, any of your furnace pipes, the flashing at the bottom of those. But you're also going to have exposed nails along the ridge where the ridge lines terminate, and they have to nail those down, and they can't cover those with another ridge shingle. So there's almost always going to be a visible nail head at the end of a ridge, or where they cap off a ridge or a hip. So while you can't avoid having visible nail heads, those nail heads shouldn't be exposed. They need to be sealed off with silicone or another product that is going to prevent water from essentially following that nail down through the shingle, down through the wood decking, and into your attic. You as a homeowner should be aware, come up on your roof, and just hit those with a little bead of silicone. So the fourth thing that you as a homeowner really need to pay attention to, be aware of, is ice damming. Now obviously this only applies if you live in a colder climate. If you live in Florida, you're not going to have to worry about ice damming. But here in these northern colder climates, ice damming is a real problem. Now we have other videos that explain what ice dams are and what causes them, so we're not going to explain that in this video. We will link to those other videos at the end of this and in the description below. So I recommend that you go watch those. But you as a homeowner need to be aware that if you see ice damming occurring on your house, you need to take care of it. Get it off of your roof. Because again, as that ice dam builds up, it's going to start forcing water back up underneath your shingle, which could very easily follow a nail and come back down through your roof. Again, either in your soffit, which would be preferable, or it's going to come down inside your house, which is not so preferable. So again, tip number 4 is you've got to be aware of ice damming and get that off of your roof. Eliminate the conditions which are going to cause an ice dam. So snow sitting at the eaves, sitting in valleys, you got to get that snow out of there. So item number 5 again is going to be something that virtually every home is going to have on it, so you're going to need to pay attention to it. And you can see behind me, this is the furnace vent pipe. Oftentimes, in addition to a furnace vent pipe, there might be a water heater vent pipe. There also might be like a gas fireplace chimney pipe. All of those things need to be paid attention to, especially these furnace pipes, because they can start to rust up there at the top where the cap connects to the actual pipe itself. If that starts to rust, you can start to get holes in there, sometimes very large holes, and that can start to extend down that pipe. Water can get in there and then follow the pipe down into the area wherever your furnace is. The other thing that you need to pay attention to on these is that collar. So there's a collar oftentimes that sits right above the pipe jack, and that's just to protect to prevent rain and water from getting in between the pipe jack and the pipe itself. Well, sometimes those collars can start to move around and shift, and then they're not providing that seal anymore. And you can just, again, you can hit that with some roofing or weatherproof silicone to seal that off. Maintenance item number 6, not going to apply to every single home, but it will apply to most homes, because most homes have what are called valleys. Now valleys, I don't know if I can get it where you can see, yeah, right here. So we got a valley right here behind me. A valley is just where 2 downward sloping roof pitches intersect. Now most newer re-roof jobs, those valleys are going to be closed, meaning you're not going to see exposed flashing like you can see on this one, but there is still flashing in there, and so the valley still needs to be maintained. It still needs to have attention paid to it. Now on this particular valley that you can see, the thing that needs to be attended to on a valley like this is those pine needles need to be kept clear of there, and if at all possible, standing snow needs to be kept out of those valleys. There are different products that you can install on your roof that will melt standing snow and keep it out of the valley, but the big thing is pine needles, leaves, and debris sitting in that valley, especially if it's an open valley where you've got metal in there, because you can see what's happening on this is that standing water is causing that metal to start to rust. Again, that can start to work little pinholes in it or larger holes, cracks, that kind of stuff, and water is going to come down through there. If there's not ice and water shield barrier underneath that valley, then you're going to have problems with water coming into your roof in that valley area. So it's important to make sure that these valleys are maintained and kept clear of debris, stuff, and standing snow. Now my last maintenance tip, tip number 7, is one that I absolutely hate this accessory, this roof accessory, and that's skylights. You can see skylights on this roof behind me here, and the reason that I hate skylights, well, they're blessings and curses, right? It's great to have them up there to give you light into an otherwise kind of dark room, but in my opinion, skylights are just awful. Now, so skylights take special attention because you've got to make sure you can see that there's flashing along the side of a skylight and at the top and at the bottom. The bottom one's not so much of a concern except for the exposed nails that you need to make sure are sealed. But the sides and the top flashing on a skylight have to be maintained. They have to have attention paid to them because things can sit along the side of a skylight. Like you can see, there's pine needles sitting next to the skylight here. Those can get wedged in between the shingles and the flashing, sit there and hold water, and then that starts to rust that metal out. And then of course up at the top of the skylight, debris, leaves, pine needles love to sit up there, and again the exact same thing's going to happen. It's going to start rusting out the flashing that is designed to keep water from getting down into your roof. Attention has to be paid to that. You have to maintain those things. Well, the other thing that I really hate about skylights is the seal between the frame of the skylight and the glass itself. Now, when those come from the factory, typically those are really well sealed and you're not going to get water into them. The frames around them, although they were good when they were installed, what happens or what can happen is as the house moves and contracts, well, the frame of that skylight is shifting and that seal can be broken. Even if it's just like a hairline break in the seal, you're going to get water into that skylight. So how can you maintain skylights? Well, check them regularly, reseal around the glass. But one of the best things that you can do for skylights is, if you've got old ones like this, replace them with new ones, especially with the Velux skylights. So I hope this video has been helpful for you. Hopefully it's answered some questions that you may have on what you need to be doing as a homeowner to maintain your roof. If you've got any other questions about this topic or any other topic, or you would like to have somebody come out and kind of give you an evaluation of what things need to be done to maintain your roof, if you're not wanting to get up and do the maintenance yourself because you don't like to be on your roof, and you want somebody else to do it for you, please just give our office a call. You can call our phone number right up here, 719-433-6991. You can also visit our website. That's right down here, homesteadroofingcolorado.com. If you like this video, if it's been helpful for you, please consider giving us a big thumbs up. We'd also love to hear from you. Leave a comment in the comments section down below. Let us know what you thought about this video. Let us know if we missed anything. If there are things that you think need to be done to maintain your roof, let us know down in the comments section. Also, please subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon up there so that way you get notified when we've got new videos. Until our next video, I'm Tracy Bookman, owner of Homestead Roofing.